comme une crêpe dans la rue. C'était horrible.
Monsieur is a teacher worth listening to.
Quand tu m'avais jeté.
And I don't listen to a lot of my teachers.
You look forward to going to his class, and at the same time you sort of don't, because you know that he's a really tough teacher.
J'ai 3 pitbulls, assassins, terroristes et snipers.
He cares about the students, and he cares that you do well, and he makes sure that you do well, even though he might give you a lot of work, but that's necessary.
My real name is Michael Tabenya, and I'm a French teacher here at the School for the Arts in Baltimore, Maryland. I knew that I wanted to be a French teacher the first day that I walked into my French class in 8th grade. I had a really good teacher, Mrs. Schallenberger, and just the first day I knew I wanted to learn this. I wanted to learn absolutely every detail of this absolutely perfectly, because I'm going to teach this. This is what I'm going to be doing.
He enjoys teaching, and he likes to make us learn. He goes out for us, he plays songs, and he has his little characters.
And the living is easy. Fish are fried.
He claims to be the nephew of Jacques Chirac, the French president. And we all know it's a lie, but it's cool. And he also claims to be 19 years old, and we know that's a lie because he's been claiming to be 19 years old for 3 years. But it's very cool.
Although he's a, fun-loving guy, he can also be, strict and serious about, the work, which is the most important thing.
Lequel masculin, féminin, c'est laquelle.
I don't try to hide from students because it can't be hidden. The fact that it's a lot of work, it's a lot of memorization. The memorization is unpleasant at the time you're working on it for some people.
He's taught everybody that you need to pay attention. Like when anyone talks, he just zeroes right in on them and makes sure they're not talking.
Monsieur keeps the class under control, and there's not usually much of a need for discipline that I see.
If discipline is done correctly, I think it should be invisible. I think if you're waiting till a kid falls asleep before you tell him to wake up, you didn't do your job right, in my opinion. When he starts to slouch, then you kind of walk towards him and he'll sit up straight, or you tell him to sit up straight, then he won't be in a position where he fall asleep.
He would be doing something and I'd be zoning out really bad. Like there were a lot of things on my mind and I was just not really feeling like paying attention in French class. And he would come to like this really, really extremely easy problem, and he would call on me because he knew I wasn't paying attention.
If you stop little things right in the beginning of the year, September is always a hard month with the incoming freshmen, because you have to train them and you feel like a police officer, and just any little thing they do, you snap at them and you make them stop.
Pas de crayonnage. Stop. Tout à fait. Est-ce que vous avez d'autres questions?
By the end of the school year, really discipline is invisible. I try to at least show them that learning a language can be exciting, so if they decide to continue, they can. Or if they decide to choose a different language, they don't have a bad experience behind them learning a language.
Monsieur's helped me get motivated to actually learn Japanese. Before I was just picking up random words from subtitled videos, but because of French class, I've learned a lot about grammar.
Des questions, notez qu'il y a aussi des questions sur le Petit Prince.
He's on like a weird teaching level, like it's just enthusiasm and like the weird things he talks about, You don't get that from many other teachers. If they have a good relationship with the students and they make it lively and something that you can relate to, then it's easier to learn and do well.
As I said, I've been here for 21 years. It is a charmed career that I'm just so happy to be here, that I would suggest, if there's one important thing I could say to all young people, is find what you're passionate about and make it your work. Think something that you would do even if you weren't paid for it, something that you just want to spend your life doing. And then when you go to work every day, it's not a job, it's just something that you do because that's your life.